Trending in the news this morning, big protest in Mandeville, Manchester. Potholes continue to create dangerous accidents in Hanover. And the Manchester Municipal Corporation in the spotlight as witness testifies no work, but woman given 41 checks valued at $15 million. Welcome back to BOJTV Trending News. Let's now take a deeper look at some of the headlines that we just read for you. All right, so we just spoke about an ongoing protest in Mandeville, Manchester. We have an eyewitness who was on the streets, and he reported and gave some information. Let's hear what he's saying.
Yeah, so this is an ongoing protest in the town of Mandeville. What I understand has been happening is the police are moving the taxi operators who apply the Greenville route, Greenville and other surrounding areas, where they normally park, which is further down on Manchester Road, in the vicinity of Juicy Plaza, in that vicinity. They are relocating them to the town center, into a park that is very tight, not much space now out there. So as it is now, the taxi men are protesting. So people can't go work, people can't move, as in them block off the town. So I'm actually heading to the scene now. This video was sent to me. So I'm actually heading to the scene to get some info right now. So yeah, that's what's happening right now, town center of Mandeville. Alright, so the person in charge of this operation in terms of the officer, the police officer, is the same Mr. Brooks, who has been making waves and making the news over the past few times that motorists and police had altercation in terms of news. This is the same police officer who had the altercation with the bus operator in Spalding. This is Sergeant Brooks is the name. So I am everybody a protest against, because them normally I remember there was a strike in Mandeville similar to this one. This was the same officer in charge of those operations that everybody were protesting against, because I don't know the way the things are apparently, people can't deal with it, because as they are saying, the park is full, because the park is to be small, and you have St. Elizabeth, I think it's a Christian, you have St. Elizabeth and Balaclava and those places occupy that park now. You have another one beside it, I'm not sure which one it is, but you have another park adjoining that one, which the Christiana and Spalding and so on. And then you have the division, it's divided. So you have other roads that occupy that park, those parks, right? About 3 parks in the town center within that area. So.
All right, so it continues, that problem continues in Mandeville, Manchester, but we really have to fix that problem though. Mandeville, Manchester is such a fast growing town, and we're really going to have to look and see if that problem can be fixed. I think it's a multi-agency task. I don't think one agency will be able to fix that problem. The government, they will have to have a multifaceted approach to fixing that situation in Mandeville. For all my life, I can always remember that there have been talks about congestion in Mandeville and fights between taxi operators and the police, and it is now stemming to places like Spalding, Christiana. So we're gonna have to really take a look at that. All right, let's find out some more what's happening down in Hanover. Apparently there was an accident yesterday. Well, it was in the Sandybank, Hanover area in front of Chucker. a pothole in the road caused the accident. And we're hearing that the pothole, pothole in particular, has been there for over 5 years. And that's one of the issues that you have because you know, it's when you're on a road that is that has a lot of potholes. You definitely know that. Oh, you have to maneuver your way through, and you have to slow right down. But where you have the big accidents and you have a lot of damage to your vehicle is when you're on a long stretch of road and you're driving, and then boom, out of nowhere comes this single pothole, and you hit it. And once you hit it, you're definitely going to get a flat tire. You're going to blow it. You're going to lose control. And those are the dangerous potholes. I don't know if you guys can relate to those. You know, you imagine that on that pretty stretch of road down there in Hanover, the one from Montego Bay to Negril, that stretch. And you're there, you're driving it so nice, and bam, one pothole out of the blue. And those are the dangerous ones. And I'm saying, I mean, a lot of those potholes are some one-off situations. Why can't we just have a routine patching program where the National Works Agency, you know, just as they pop up or there are signs that they're going to be growing, they just fix those. I mean, they can issue contracts to a contractor and say, all right, for this zone, you are in charge of that, and when you're finished, you know, when you assess the work before you start, and then you send your bill at the end of the month. So we can have that, you know, that's a suggestion right there, that they put that in place. And then they can deal with the larger problems as it relates to full resurfacing or full reconstruction of a road. But there definitely needs to contain some of the those single potholes, especially on those thoroughfares where you have so much tourists traveling, and on too many occasions we're applying that route and we see tourist buses, you know, in a number of accidents. Definitely not looking good. So pothole in the road over 5 years caused accident in Sandybank, Hanover, in front of Choco. All right, and the other story trending this morning that we are looking at is the Manchester Municipal Corporation. The corporation is under fire. It's under the microscope this morning as the corruption case continues. And the Observer in particular is screaming this morning, no work but woman given 41 checks valued at 15 million. An associate of former deputy superintendent at the Road and Works Department at the Manchester Municipal Corporation, Sanjay Elliott, testified in court yesterday that she had encashed approximately 41 checks amounting to about $15 million from the local government body for work not done. The woman told the court that she had met Elliott at a gym around the period 2013 to 2014. A general conversation, she testified, ensued, and one day while he was giving her a ride home, he asked her for her full name and taxpayer registration number, that's her TRN, with the promise of finding her a job. She said the job did not come to fruition, but she started to receive checks drawn on the account of Manchester Municipal Corporation. The witness, who is the eighth in the trial to date, said she would encash the checks at either of the branches of a financial institution with 2 locations in Mandeville. She said that she gave the money to Elliott and another accused now on trial, Dwayne Sibley's, who was employed to Elliott or another person as instructed by Elliott. She said Elliott would give her a call each time a check was ready and instructions about what to do with it. She said a check could be as low as $10,000 or as high as about $490,000. 8 accused are now before the Manchester Parish Court on trial for the alleged excess of misappropriation of $400 million from the corporation. Another witness who said she was a friend of Elliott testified last Friday that she had encashed a check in her name from the corporation, but said she never done work there for the entity. She said that as instructed by Elliott, she had given the checks to Sibley's, who had taken her to the bank to conduct the $300,000 transaction. Sibley's had allegedly given the money to Elliott. The witness from Friday continued giving testimony yesterday when she was cross-examined by Elliott's attorney, Norman Godfrey. She appeared in court with her attorney yesterday but was not represented when she first gave testimony last Friday. The witness who ended her testimony last Friday, identified approximately 12 contractors' invoices with her name, signature, and TRN for work not done. Invoices, the court has heard, included payments for beautification projects which were not done. All right, so the Manchester Municipal Corporation in the spotlight as the corruption court case continues. All right, so those are the three stories trending right now. We will certainly have more news throughout the course of the day. This is Trending News right here on BOJTV. Do remember to hit the subscription button. Also, hit the notification button so you can be notified when we go live with Trending News. Bye-bye.